All right, y'all. Welcome to episode 75 of the Hurricane Mike Show, where we've had a lot of week. We had a long week of action. However, the Falcons still can't win on their bye week. Cause why, Dad?
They suck so bad. They lost yesterday. And they didn't even play.
Yeah, man. Like they are pathetic, bro. But let's get into some of these games, man. Starting off, we had Thursday night where the Browns took care of business against the Steelers, 24-19. What's your reaction on this?
First off, Mikey, do you like Thursday night football?
Do I like Thursday night football?
You like coming home from school on Thursday night and be like, yeah, they got some football on tonight. You like that?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. I don't think the players like it that much. I'm just guessing. But anyway, I just had that thought in my head. Yeah, the Steelers and the Browns. This was a surprising score to me. I mean, I picked the Steelers to win pretty handily. I think the Browns are one of the worst teams in the league. Although I think Jameis Winston gives them a better chance to win than Watson did. But it was still surprising, even in the snow, which you would think might help the Browns because they're at home, and maybe it did. But Steelers play in the snow sometimes too, so I'm not sure that had a big impact on it. I just think maybe the Steelers took the Browns for granted. It was like, we're going to walk through this Thursday night and have a long week for our next opponent. But it didn't work that way.
Yeah, man. But before we continue, I picked two upsets this week. And they both came through. That was crazy.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
But on that topic, though, you did pick an upset that didn't come through. So I want to talk about that. We had the Minnesota Vikings taking care of business against the Chicago Bears in overtime. Final score 30-27. Bears last second comeback fell just a bit short as John Parker Romo knocks down a field goal to give the Vikings their 9-2 start. Dad, what's your reaction to this?
Well, I actually picked the Bears upset, and it almost came true. But they couldn't muster it up at the end. The Vikings, got lucky like the Vikings do. And yeah, let's see what the some of the stats are. See how the quarterback played here. Sam Darnold, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 330 yards. So Sam Darnold's still playing pretty good, better than a lot of players people thought he would this year. So are the Vikings a real contender? I don't know. They have 2 other monsters in their division they have to tend with. But yeah, this was a lot closer than we expected, and the Bears almost shocked them yesterday. Almost shocked them.
And Dad, just from you saying that I'm about to answer your question right now. Are the Vikings contender? They are not.
You don't think so?
No, because if we look at their 11 games that they've played, hold on, let me pull up the Vikings schedule. Hold on. All right. All right. So the Vikings, in the year of 2024, they're 9-2. Let's look at their games that they've played. They blew out the Giants. What did they do? They beat the 49ers, which at the time it looked like it was a good win. Now, no more. That started the downfall for the 49ers. The Texans, they blew out the Texans. Did the Texans scare you? They almost lost to a 50% Jordan Love. They almost lost to a 40-year-old washed-up Aaron Rodgers, and a head coach was on his way out. They did lose to one of the only good teams that they played to, which was the Detroit Lions. They then got blown out. Oh, they didn't get blown out, but they lost by 2 scores. You can say referees, you can say whatever you want to, but then they lost to the Rams. And look, we watched the first game last night. They suck. And they almost lost to the Colts with Joe Flacco. They almost lost to a Mac Jones-led Jaguars, where Darnold threw 3 interceptions and only 1 because they were playing the Jaguars. They almost lost to the Tennessee Titans. And they almost lost to the Chicago Bears. Are they contenders? Heck no. They play like 2 good teams. I don't know, bro. So, Dad, do you think that they're contenders?
But you can only play the schedule you're given. And I'd rather win ugly than lose pretty.
I understand that, Dad. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? I understand that, Dad. But if you're trying to be a contender, you gotta beat bad teams like the Lions are beating bad teams. The Lions, they're contenders because they're destroying bad teams. That's what you do to bad teams. You don't win by the skin of your teeth every time you play a bad team.
There are different levels to this. I think if you want to say the Minnesota Vikings are contenders, it might not be on the level of the Detroit Lions, but I think they're contenders because they're winning and they're getting a culture of winning. I think that's a big thing.
Dad, you remember 2022?
Yeah, 2 years ago, I remember.
You remember that the Vikings were 13-4, and 11 of their wins came from the skin of their teeth. And then the first round of the playoffs, they lost to Daniel Jones, who doesn't have a job right now.
That's back when Daniel Jones was earning that big paycheck, boy.
No, that's back when Saquon Barkley was earning his big paycheck.
But
I'm just saying, bro.
Every year, where a team cruises through the regular season and then lays a big fat egg in the playoffs. It does.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Vikings, I understand that. Look, are they a good team? Yes, I'll give them that. But are they a contender? There's a difference from a good team to a contending team. The Vikings, they have no guys on their team with Super Bowl experience. They have no guys that are used to winning. Their defense is only as good as the teams that they play. So, I mean, let's be honest. Who really is afraid of the Vikings? I'll give them. You know, they held the Lions to a close game. I understand. But if you are a contender, you got to beat teams like the Lions are. You can't just beat bad teams by the skin of the teeth. That's what they were doing back in 2022. And where did that get them? It got them a trip to Cancun. But yeah, that's my opinion. So
Cancun is a beautiful place. I've been there.
Okay. But all right, any other things on that game?
Nope. Moving on.
All right, next up, speaking of the Lions, they did what contenders do. They blew out the Colts 24-6, where you had Gibbs and St. Brown recreate the Allen Iverson stepping over Ty Lue touchdown celebration. So shout out to Allen Iverson. So that was your takeaway after the Lions cruise again.
The Lions doing what the Lions does this year anyway. They are handling their business. They're not playing down to their competition. They are leaving no doubt who the best team in the NFC is.
Yeah, the Lions, I think Dan Campbell recreated that culture. Because back when they had Matt Patricia, Jim Campbell, I believe that's the dude's name, they weren't playing like this. When they had Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders. Like the Lions, they've always had talent. They just weren't a good team, and I don't know why. But now the Lions, not only do they have talent at almost every single position, but they're doing what good teams do, and that's making bad teams look like bad teams. So the Lions get away with one. Jared Goff, another good day, 26 for 36, 269 yards. Gibbs found the end zone twice and had over 20 carries to do so and got 90 yards out of it. So, yeah, I mean, let's be honest. Who really cared about this game?
Lions fans.
Yeah, bro, we can just move on to another blowout. Why not? As the Dolphins handled their business against the Patriots, 34-15, where we had Patriots turning the ball over and Jalen Waddle scoring touchdown after that. So what's your reaction to the Dolphins cruising?
Just as I expected. I thought they would cruise. The Patriots not almost. The Patriots have no explosive players, whether it's receivers, running backs, tight ends. They're just They just got to have a lot of players, and you can't compete, especially in this division with all this talent and scoring, and I don't know. So Dolphins big win, just as I predicted.
Yeah, Dolphins won big, man. Both teams got shut out in the first quarter, but then the second quarter, Dolphins scored 24 points in the second quarter alone. So that really helped them win this game. But one person who got a credit is Tua Tagovailoa, because he came back from his concussion and he was like, "I'm Daddy Tua," and started dominating. So we gotta give him credit, man. Not a lot of people do, but hey, Jalen Waddle had his best game of the season by far. So is there anything else you want to talk about this AFC showdown? I guess.
No, we can just move on to the next one.
Yeah. Let's talk about our third straight blowout. Why not? As the Buccaneers cruise past the Giants, 30-7. You saw what Baker Mayfield did, right?
I saw him run for a touchdown, hurdling over folks. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. Tommy Cutlets. Baker Mayfield's out here trolling Tommy DeVito. Danny DeVito wouldn't get trolled like that now, would he? Man, the Buccaneers just dominated, man. Dad, I have a question for you. Do you think the Giants are the worst team in the NFL?
I think that belongs to the Carolina Panthers.
No.
So I think they are the second worst team.
Nah, bro. The Giants are the worst team in the NFL. Not only do the Panthers have more wins than them, not only do the Panthers beat the Giants, but they keep getting blown out every single week. So the Giants, bro, man, not only do they not have a quarterback, they found their running back and a superstar receiver, but their defense needs work. The entire team needs work. I don't know. That's my opinion, bro. What does this even say? I know I picked the Giants to win, but part of that was me hoping, basically. So was anybody really surprised about the outcome? Come on, man. Giants, you got Cam Jordan hopping on the show before the games, and he's like, we need some of that Tom Cullen's magic. I was hoping to, but yeah. But now let's get into some of the crazier games of the week. Good God. The Dallas... This game was wild. The Dallas Cowboys played the Washington Commanders, a game that I watched from the beginning all the way to the end. For the first, man, I was getting ready to open the show whenever we were talking about Dallas and Washington. I was getting ready to say, man, both teams are just playing like trash, like garbage, on both sides of the ball. But then they must have heard me in the final 5 minutes. And they're like, you know what? Let's finally do what we were supposed to do, and that's put on a show. The Cowboys, bro, they strangled off a kick return touchdown. Washington went and got a field goal. They also got a stop. And then the Giants got a touchdown. No, did I say Giants? I meant then Washington got a touchdown and missed the extra point. Cowboys get the onside kick, taking it into the end zone. Austin Eckler gets killed, and then Jay Daniels can't throw another Hail Mary touchdown. I guess he can't throw that. He's not Aaron Rodgers, I guess. So, Dad, what's your reaction to this 34-26 win by Dallas? What's that? What?
This is the world's smallest violin. Just for the Commander fans. I watched the game from start to finish, just like you did. And my big takeaway from it is every incomplete pass that Jalen Daniel threw, what you heard? Bunch of boos. I mean, what are they booing? I mean, a man can't throw an incomplete pass every now and then. Look, if y'all want to boo, y'all boo who gave y'all that stupid ass name, Commanders. That don't even make sense. Washington Commanders don't even make. Y'all need to go back to the Redskins, Washington. That's what I'm talking. All right, now as far as the game goes, I can talk about that for an hour. But as far as the game goes, yeah, I was about to laugh at the Cowboys. Man, I seen Jaden Daniels throw that long pass with 30 seconds ago. I was like, man, it had to be on the Cowboys. But then my boy channeled his I forgot the Saints kicker that mixed that extra point that time when they did the laterals against the Jaguars.
Oh, him.
Yeah, that's what reminded me of John Cornyn. I hate you, John Cornyn. But anyway, yeah, I was like, oh man, it's John Cornyn, just reincarnated or something. But then they had an opportunity to win again, and it was just crazy, bro. It was back and forth in the last 15 seconds. Something like, what the hell's going on around here? But Cowboys got lucky, like they haven't done in 5 weeks. So, congrats, Cowboys. Congrats.
Yeah, well, I have a question for you now. Do you think Cooper Rush is a better quarterback than Dak Prescott?
I think.
Because I'm saying it, I do think so.
I think Dak has more skills, but Cooper may be a better. I don't know. Does that make sense? He may be a better quarterback, but Zach has more skill.
All right. But hey, Dad, I don't know if you remember, but before the season, I made a video saying how the Dallas Cowboys were not going to make the playoffs.
You did. And I picked
So
them to win the Super Bowl. I picked them to be in the Super Bowl. I think I had the Bengals win, which they're not going to make the playoffs either.
Yeah. What's up, JJ Sports Coverage? But before the season, I made a video saying, and you can still look up the video. It's somewhere on my YouTube channel. Or I said the Dallas Cowboys are not going to make the playoffs. And I don't want to hear, oh, that got injured. Oh, that got injured. Oh, that. Man, y'all weren't going to make the playoffs with that.
Remember, I made a video as well, giving the Dallas fans a tissue. Remember that? So here's a tissue for them crying after that they got spanked by Green Bay in the playoffs. But anyway.
Yeah, man, look, I don't care you won yesterday, but y'all got to give me my credit, man. A lot of people were saying how Dallas was going to win the East. They've won 12 games, like 3 or 4 straight years. Man, just give me my credit, man, bro. I predicted the future. I told y'all the Dallas Cowboys weren't nothing.
I'm giving you credit, bro. Good job. Come on now.
Man, nah, bro. Nah, I'm kidding. But at the end of the day, bro, man, whenever it's official, Dallas Cowboys get eliminated from the playoffs. Well, no.
You want a quarter?
Okay. All right, bro. Okay. Yeah, that's just me. But now let's move on, bro. I could talk about that game all day, and shoot, I probably will. We probably will bring the game up again maybe later. The Chiefs, though, I came to a realization they are the worst, and I say this full-heartedly. They are the worst 10-1 team I've seen in my life. Dad, do you think that's a true statement, or do you think I'm overreacting?
I think you're not overreacting by one of these old fixed-up games that they play every week. That's all it is. I mean, it's fixed. They got the referees behind it. They got the coaches behind it. They got the other teams in on it. They're not a good team, but hey, it's a fourth quarter and the Chiefs are playing. Let's throw that flag. Let's call them out of bounds. Let's do something to make sure these Chiefs win this football game. That's what's going on.
Yeah, Chiefs beat the Panthers, skin of their teeth. their backup kicker, because I believe Bucker's hurt right now. Their backup kicker hits a 31-yard attempt to win the game, and they were able to beat one of the worst teams in football. Congratulations!
It's rigged. It's rigged. You heard it here first. It is rigged.
JJ Sports Coverage says, "Let's go Chiefs." I'm assuming you're a Chiefs fan, JJ. JJ, you probably won't like what I'm about to say. Your team is trash.
Tell them.
Your team, bro. I'm about to take you to church with this quote. Your team literally forgot their Bible yesterday.
Right on cue, JJ. Right on cue. You need to read some of this. Anyway.
Taylor Swift, was she there?
But JJ, let me give you the good news. And this is why we could talk about you like this. Our team trash too. I mean, it's coming from a trash fan base right here. So it's all in fun. You know, you got a sad ass 10-1 team, but there's gonna be better days, JJ. Gonna be better days.
I mean, what are we talking about, man? They're probably gonna make the playoffs anyway. I mean, shoot, just don't count the Saints out.
They're probably gonna win the Super Bowl because it's rigged.
Probably. However, like I was saying, that I found a realistic scenario where the Saints could sneak in the playoffs.
Really? You found it?
Yeah, I just found two.
All right, tell me about it.
And ironically, they both involve the Falcons. So the first thing, well, both of the situations involve the Saints winning out. If the Saints even lose one game, they're most likely not making it unless something else crazy happens. But here's the two most likely scenarios that could happen. In order for the Saints to win the division, they got to win out, and Atlanta can lose 3 games. However, the Saints can still not win the division and still make the playoffs if they win out, but Atlanta loses 2 games. Because Atlanta will still win the division, but the Saints will get that 7th seed. Ain't that mind-boggling?
My brain hurts.
Why?
So much information. So much has to happen, is what I'm saying. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm sure if Atlanta loses out, that'll be better. Man, look, I don't care if Tampa Bay wins the division, bro. As long as Atlanta is right next to us. Because Atlanta, they keep bragging. Look, I'm about to say something, and I'm about to really take y'all down with this one. The Falcons are trash. They're just better trash than us.
That's what I was saying about Kansas City. Yes.
Yeah, bro.
They're better. They're a little bit better than us. Better trash than us.
Like the Falcons, they're trash. They're just better trash than us. They are better trash than they play. The reason that they have a winning record right now is because the games that they won, they were better trash than they played.
I understand now.
Like, bro, I'm not gonna go through the Falcons schedule again because that'll be the second straight recap of me doing that. But I'm just saying, bro, the Falcons, go look at their schedule. They are better trash than they play. They're trash. They're just better trash than they play. Dang, bro. How long are y'all gonna? How long will it take for y'all to realize that?
I don't think they're gonna realize it. I think they're just gonna be in denial.
Man, bro, y'all play the Chargers next week, bro. The Chargers are they're gonna run right all through y'all. The Chargers gonna whoop y'all next week. It's over. It's over. Man, get out my face. Man, I'll spit on that bird. Man, no, man, Falcons K. Anyways, moving on. Tennessee Titans. Another game that I picked it correctly, and I knew it from the start. You can go back to last week, bro. I said I was 100% confident. If I had $1,000, I probably would have betted on this game because I swear the Texans have been just the Titans. Did they give me a reason for me to pick them? No. But did the Texans give me a reason for me to pick Titans? Yes. After the Texans lost to a team that threw them 5 interceptions, I knew it was over. I knew the Titans won. How do you lose to a team that throws that gives you the game 5 times? Man, bro. Anyways, but yeah, Dad, what's your hold on, man. What's your take on this game, bro?
Texans losing to this trash team at home. Enough said. Why?
Man, well, for starters, CJ Stroud turned into Daniel Orlovsky and Jimmy Garoppolo combined.
Running out the back of the end zone, acting like he's not out of bounds.
Yeah.
Orlovsky, like, what, man? What?
Fun fact, that was actually the last play of the game.
Yeah, I remember when that happened, too. I wasn't watching the game. I was watching SportsCenter one night. And I was like, this dude's running out the back of the end zone. And Jared Allen's chasing him. Like, you in the back of the end zone, bro. And he's still running.
But yeah, CJ Stroud literally ran out of bounds on literally the final play of their drive. It was like 3rd and long or 4th and long, something like that. And Jeffrey Simmons, I think. No, it wasn't Simmons. I don't think. But I don't know. Some Tennessee player, it looks like number 50-some. Man, I think he literally tackled CJ Stroud, but he was out of bounds. And if you look on D'Amico Ryan's face, the Texans coach, for those that don't know, he was like he was shocked. Man, his eyes turned into Adam Gase eyes. You remember Adam Gase?
He's like, man, I'll let this dude beat my quarterback, and he don't even know he out of bounds.
Man, like, you remember Adam Gase?
Yeah, when he was on all them drugs and stuff, right? Just at a press conference, looking all sideways, like, what's up, man? Man, put your glasses on.
Man, I don't know, bro. Like, if I look, I like watching football, but every single team's trash, bro. There's only 2 teams that ain't trash. The Chiefs are trash. Bengals are trash. Texans are trash. Falcons are trash. Like, every single good team is trash.
What's the 2 teams?
2 teams that I can think that haven't been that trash lately: the Bills, Ravens, and even the Ravens are suspect.
What about the Lions?
Well, them too. I don't know why. The Lions, they're also not trash. But everybody else is trash. The Chiefs trash. Friggin' Broncos, they're mid. Like, dang, every single good team is either trash, mid. But, man, let's move on. Speaking of the Broncos, we have the Broncos over the Raiders. Final score of 29-19. What's up, Michael? USRI or C, I think. Oh. But Broncos over the Vegas Raiders, 29-19. Cortland Sutton, 2 touchdowns, which helped the Broncos in this win. Yeah. All right, Dad, what's your takeaway on this one?
I got a hot midseason take for you. You ready for it?
All right.
A hot midseason Thanksgiving week take. You ready for it?
Okay.
I know we made Super Bowl predictions before this year, and, that's all went by the wayside. But my midseason prediction is the Broncos going to the Super Bowl, boy. And Bo Nix, Super Bowl MVP.
Wow, Dad.
What do you think?
I just want to tell you this right now. Can you put them away?
It's just water. That's all I'm drinking.
No. Can you put the drugs away?
Just water. I'm on water in life. And
nah, bro.
Life and Jesus. That's all I'm on.
A team that beat the Raiders by 10 points is winning the Super Bowl?
Hey, the Raiders played good this game. I mean, they only lost by 10.
What?
I don't say these hot takes just to get a reaction. I say them because I truly mean them.
All right, bro. Hey, last year I picked the Texans to win the Super Bowl when they made the playoffs. So, I guess anything's possible. So at this point, maybe you're right, because literally every single team's trash. I won't be surprised if a team with 6 wins right now wins the Super Bowl. And Falcon fans, I'm not talking to you.
I mean, look at it. Look at the AFC. All right, Broncos are in the AFC. Obviously, we got the Chiefs that win every game by 1 point, barely, and you got the Ravens that look like a Super Bowl winning team first 5 weeks of the year, but then stumble and lose to like the Browns and teams that they should beat. And then you have the Bills that right now they look like they're contenders, but we've seen them falter late in the year also. So I mean, if it's not the Broncos, who else? I mean, what's the big dogs out there that, oh no, the Broncos can't beat them?
This might be a hot take. The Bengals.
The Bengals are not gonna make the playoffs.
I mean, if the Bengals get their defense under,
if they can get their defense, if they could start blocking and protect the quarterback, it's a big if.
If the Bengals look, Joe Burrow, this might be a hot take. I think Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the NFL.
I don't disagree, but got a great quarterback, all-star receiver. You traded away your all-star running back. You have an offensive line that can't block, and you have a defense that, so now you're looking like the Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, except they have a good quarterback.
That's what I just said. Except for the great quarterback.
Yeah. Let's move on. Packers dominated the 49ers 38-10. And Dad, I gotta go do something real quick. So you take this game away. I'm gonna be right back.
All right, hurry up. Woo! Packers whooped that. Since Mikey not here, I can say this. Packers whooped that ass. Packers at home. 49ers all banged up. Playing with a backup quarterback. Brandon Ayuk not in there. Christian McCaffrey just came back from injury. He's not right yet. And the defense has not been playing the way they've been used to playing. So that's why you have a spanking of the 49ers in Lambeau Field. All right, Mikey, we covered it. We good?
Okay. Man, look. I'm not gonna lie. I watched some of this game, and then I took a nap because I was like, oh, shoot, I got to stream Sunday night, so I got to be full rested. And then I woke up when the fourth quarter started, and then I went back to doing whatever I was doing. This game, I watched some of the fourth quarter. Like, I remember when it was like a 14-point game, like 10 minutes left, and then the game was over. I mean, bro, Josh Jacobs owns the 49ers.
Yes.
Look, bro, I tried telling people again. I said Arizona's going to win that division, and that's still up for grabs. But I was low on the 49ers. You know why? Because that Super Bowl curse. It strikes again. And we've seen this before. Where the 49ers, they lose to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Next year, they're injured. They're destroyed. Their team has to go to practice squad dudes. And that's what's happening. Man, the Packers, bro, they destroyed Brandon Allen. And even with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy wasn't doing nothing spectacular. He wasn't when he was playing.
Well, he's not spectacular though. He's not that dude. He's not spectacular.
I know. That's what I just said.
He's just somebody that drives the car. You know, he has to have some good people around him so he can just drive that car to victories. But he doesn't have those people. They all injured. You know, Brandon Ayuk not in there. Christian McCaffrey just coming back from injury. He's not himself yet. So they're going to be better. They just losing a lot of games right now while they are banged up. Yeah,
man. I don't know what the 49ers tried doing when Man, let's move on. Seahawks with the defensive win against Arizona. Look, I may have picked Arizona to win, but I predicted something correctly because I said there was going to be no offense. And boy, there was none. Literally, the Seahawks scored. There was one touchdown in the entire game. It came from a pick six. Kobe Bryant. Yes, I did not stutter. I did not mispronounce a name. Kobe Bryant was the only person to score a touchdown. So even when the man's dead, he's still scoring. And one of the best players ever, man.
Kobe, not that Mama Bryant, scoring a touchdown, huh?
Yeah. Kobe Bryant with a pick six. Seahawks win by 10. Dad, what's your reaction to this?
Just, you sure they got Geno Smith with a touchdown pass?
They did? I don't know. Well, here it says Kobe Bryant does beast mode celebration after a 69-yard pick six. I don't know. Unless I did the math wrong.
I don't know. Maybe. It doesn't even matter. It sounded like I didn't watch this game. It sounded like it was a real snooze fest. So probably would have been sleeping, watching this game, trying to eat my Doritos or whatever, and just be like, "Come on, score a touchdown, somebody!" But yeah. So I think we can move on from this terrible game. Doesn't mean anything. Seattle, Arizona, no, they're not doing nothing this year. Nothing.
Yeah. Now let's talk about a game that both of you that we watched together. Y'all missed it, man. We went live last night streaming the Eagles-Rams Sunday night thriller, I guess. Eagles win 37-20.
It was not a thriller, but go ahead.
Saquon Barkley shined and got his career best out against the Rams. That was your reaction to this. And before you answer that, also bonus question: do you think Barkley should win MVP?
I think he is moving toward the driver's seat of the MVP situation. But like with week 15, it could be like a total different situation. So we'll just wait and see on that. But as far as this game goes, Barkley had 255 rushing yards. He was just dominating the Rams front seven. They was getting pushed around. The score actually probably not as close as the score indicates. I mean, probably got a late garbage touchdown, but the Eagles really dominated this particular game.
I'll actually say a different thing. I think the score is way closer than what the scoreboard said.
You think so?
Yeah, because it was a one-possession game going into halftime, and if it wasn't for Barkley busting out 2 70-yard touchdown runs, it would have been a close game. So I think the score is actually closer than what the scoreboard.
Did you ever have a feeling that the Rams might take this? The Rams are in control here.
I did during the third quarter when the Rams they were going to tit for tat with the Eagles, but then a couple sacks and third downs, a couple bad plays that kind of ended the game. But I feel like the score was actually closer than what the scoreboard said, because if you were watching the stream, I kept giving the Rams a good percentage to win.
I remember I stayed like around the 20s and early 30s with that. But I guess I'm basing my opinion on the fact that Saquon Barkley was these people's daddies last night. He bent them over and was spanking. I think he got like a 10-yard average per carry. Something god awful. That's never been done before. I don't know where it is. I ain't trying to find it. But anyway, yeah, he was their daddies last night.
Yeah, bruh. Man, the Eagles, they weren't messing around last night, man. And Dad, I don't know if you know, but I currently have a 1-game lead over you in predictions this week.
Get it, boy. Every now and then, even the mighty Chiefs lost one game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Wait, what? The Mighty Chiefs? What are we talking about?
The mighty Chiefs lost one game, so I could lose like 1 week to you.
Fun fact. Fun fact. I was reading some. This was like I think even before they lost to Buffalo, whenever they beat Denver. Someone did the metrics, and if the Chiefs, if everything didn't go their way, in all those close games, like if the Ravens would, if that touchdown would have stood in Week 1, if the refs wouldn't throw that flag against Cincinnati, even if they would have threw the flag against Atlanta, if the Tampa Bay would have won the coin toss, the Chiefs would have been 2-7.
2-7, huh?
Ironically, one of the 2 wins would have been against us, but they would have been 2-7.
Yeah, I hear you. Fun fact. I love fun facts.
Yeah. Anyways, Dad, where can they find? Well, do you have anything else to say?
I just have a question to ask. How do you feel with the Saints being on a bye week, actually picking some games and breaking down some games with no real emotional attachment to it? It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Dad, I don't know who you're talking to, but do you not know who I am?
You are the Hurricane.
Man, I don't care how the Saints are. I'm gonna bring that pain every week. And you know what? Before we go, because I made a promise last week that I almost forgot about, we are going to look at the playoff picture now that we are 12 weeks through. I know we still got an extra game, so we're going to do if Baltimore or the Chargers win, because this game could be playoff implications. Let's start. Do you want to start on the AFC or the NFC side of things?
NFC.
All right, the NFC. So currently the 1 seed is the Lions with a 10-1 record after they beat the Colts. The Eagles are still the 2nd seed after their win against the Rams. The Seahawks jumped up. The Seahawks jumped up from not even being in the playoffs to being the 3 seed after beating the Cardinals. You see how bad that division is? The Falcons are the 4th seed after not playing. The Vikings are the 5th seed after their win over Chicago. Packers are their 6th seed after beating the 49ers. Commanders are the 7th seed after their loss to the Cowboys. So the playoff picture kind of stays the same, except for the Seahawks and Cardinals switching places. Because now for the teams that are looking in, well, hold on. So here are the playoff percentages for all the teams that are currently in. Lions currently have a below 99, or no, more than a 99% chance. Eagles have more than a 99% chance. The Seahawks have a 44% chance to make it in. Falcons with a 71% chance. Vikings with a 98% chance. Packers with a 90% chance. And Washington with a 58% chance. Now for the teams that are looking in, the 8th seed, you got the Cardinals, as they have a 51% chance to make it in after their horrible loss to Seattle. That was a game that Arizona really needed. But now they got to just hope that they win, Seattle lose, stuff like that. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are the 9th seed. They go up 2 spots after beating the Giants. And they are the 50. They have a 54% chance to make it in. The Rams, they fall 2 spots to number 10 after their loss to the Eagles. So now they have an 11% chance to make it in. 49ers dropped 1 spot as they are the 11th seed with a 15% chance to make it in after their loss to Green Bay. The Saints, they went up this week after the Bears lost to Minnesota. So now the Saints hold the 12th seed after not playing. They still have a 4% chance to make it in. But it's not 0. Bears with a 13% chance, the Bears with a 13th seed with a 1% chance to make it in now. Bears season's looking pretty much over after their horrible loss to Minnesota. They had to win that game, and they didn't. Cowboys, even after their win against Washington, they go up to the 14th seed, but they only have a 3% chance to make it in. Panthers, after losing to the Chiefs, they still have a below 1% chance to make it in. And the Giants with the 16th seed, they still have a chance, but they have a 1% chance to make it in. So do you have anything to say about the NFC playoff picture before we get to the AFC?
Saints moving on up without even playing, huh? Nice.
Yep. Next week, if the Bills beat the 49ers And if the Saints beat the Rams, the Saints will get the 10th seed.
Let's get it.
So, I mean, yep. So everything's right in front of the Saints. So let's talk about the AFC. The Chiefs are currently the 1 seed with a 10-1 record. They have a 99% chance to make it in. Yada yada yada. Bills, they're the 2 seed in the AFC with a 9-2 record. They have a 99% chance to get it in. Steelers, they're number 3 with an 8-3 record. They got 93% chance to make it in. Texans are number 4 with a 7-5 record. They have a 94% chance to make it in. Ironically, the Chargers and Ravens, they're the 5 and the 6 seed. Chargers hold the 5 seed with a 7-3 record. So if the Chargers win, they can't really do much because they won't get into the top 4. Because in order to be in the top 4, you gotta win your division. And the Chiefs, they're the 1 seed right now, and they share the division with the Chargers. But if the Ravens are to win, if they beat the Chargers, the Ravens will hold the Ravens will hold the 5th seed in the AFC. So yeah, with an 8-4 record. But the Chargers, they play tonight. They're currently the 5th seed in the AFC with a 7-3 record. If they lose, they'll have an 86% chance to make it in. Currently, they have a 90% chance, but if they win, they have a 97% chance to make it in. The Ravens, they currently hold the 6th seed with a 7-4 record, yet to play. If they lose, then they'll have a 90% chance to make it in. Currently, they have a 95% chance to make it in, and if they beat the Chargers, they'll have a 98% chance to make it in. And the Broncos hold the 7th seed after their win over the Raiders with the 7-5 record, which is now your Super Bowl pick, and they have a 72% chance to make it in. On the bubble, which are teams that are looking in, Dolphins are currently the 8th seed with a 5-6 record. They currently have a 15% chance to make it in. As they replace the Colts, as now the Colts dropped to number 9 after losing to the Lions. With a 5-7 record, they have a 21% chance to make it in. Bengals at number 10 with a 4-7 record. They have a 14% chance to make it in. Not looking good for them. Browns, number 11, after their win against the Steelers. They jump up to 11 as they have a 1% chance to make it in. But, anything's possible, I guess. The Jets, they have the 12th seed with a 3-8 record, 1% chance to make it in. Titans are at number 13 with a 3-8 record, 2% chance. And the Patriots at number 14 with a 3-9 record, 1% chance to make it in. Jacksonville and the Raiders are tied for 15 and 16, but Jaguars hold some sort of tiebreaker as Jaguars are 2-9, 1% chance to make it in. Raiders 2-9 as they are number 16, and they are by record the worst team in the NFL as the Raiders have a 1% chance to make it in. So, Dad, any takes on the AFC playoff picture? Do you think it's going to stay the same? Do you think anything's going to change, especially tonight? What do you got?
My poor Bengals sitting down there at number 10, right?
They are number 10.
Yeah, so we got some work to do to inch up the ladder. But then my mid-season Super Bowl pick sitting there at number 7. Okay, all right. Just lying in the weeds. Let's go on a little winning streak to prove me right, Peyton. Come on.
Who?
Yeah. You hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I heard you. But you said Peyton.
Yeah, Sean Payton.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Peyton Manning for a second. I was like, he's not there no more.
Yeah, he's gonna come back and play for the Broncos. Sure.
All right, but hey, you made a good point about the Bengals. I mean, their upcoming schedule it's good, but it's not. They play the Steelers, which will be a tough game, but they can win. They got the Cowboys, which it's winnable. Titans is winnable. Browns are winnable. Broncos, we'll see. And the Steelers, I mean, it's winnable with all division games. So, I mean, for the next 3, 4, 5, so for the next 6 games, I see them splitting with Pittsburgh. So that's 5 wins, beating Dallas, beating Tennessee, beating Cleveland. So I think they'll finish with a 9-8 record. I don't think it's going to be good enough for a playoff spot, but maybe 9-8, maybe best case scenarios that you can win out. I don't know. But, Dad, do you have anything else to say?
Nope, we're good. We're good.
All right, Dad, where can they find you?
On my YouTube channel, Warren Newby, 3167, I believe. Yep. And on the Hurricane Mike Show, 3 or 4 times a week. Go Saints.
Yep, you can always find me here at Hurricane Mike. You can like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so you don't miss another upload. Who dat? But Dad, don't be a what?
Don't be a fail can fan.
There it is, man. Don't be them Falcon fans, man, because they think it's their year. They're just like the Cowboys, man.